Today is the 21st of December 2012 and so far we are all still here. Hey! I'm not shocked, to be honest with you. I'm sure there's people out there who are shocked to still be alive, that the world hasn't exploded or disappeared, or I don't really know if there's anything specific in the Mayan prophecy, but clearly it was wrong. All this talk about the end of the world has got me thinking about like bucket list kind of ideas and things that I'd like to do before I die. And there's a couple that I've known for a while, things that I want to do, but then there's a couple that I've kind of thought of recently that I'd like to share with you. So one of them is kind of a kill two birds with one stone situation. I've always wanted to go to New Zealand. If there was anywhere that I could visit on holiday or spend some time, like spend like a month there or something, it would be New Zealand. I just think it would be amazing. The culture would be so different, but also the kind of scenery and the landscape would be amazing. Also, I've always wanted to go bungee jumping. So since I've seen people bungee jump and heard stories, it just seems like it'd be a really cool thing to do. So to go bungee jumping in New Zealand, that is like a combo bucket list entry. But if I could do either one of those, that would also be awesome. I'd love to spend some time in San Francisco. I just think living in San Francisco, where the way, because it's hills, you could live in one place in San Francisco and be able to see like the rest of San Francisco. So at night, where there's all lights and stuff, it'd be amazing. And to live in a city, I think would be quite cool as well. I've only really lived in like suburbs, so to spend time living in a city where there's so much going on all the time would be really cool. I think San Francisco would be a kind of a top place on a list that I would like to do that. A bit of a more recent one that I've thought of, I think it'd be really quite cool to spend some time travelling in a Volkswagen camper van. I don't know why, I just think that would be really cool, and you could just kind of just drive around in the van, sleep in the back of the van, and the amount of stuff you could get up to, the freedom of being able to just travel and not go somewhere and come home and go somewhere and come home, but just kind of drive around. Plus, you just look really cool. I quite like to learn how to fish. Another one, I don't really know why, I don't have like a specific reason for it, or like a something that's happened in my life that's made me think, I really want to learn how to fish. I think it's just a bit of a contrast to the others. It's a more of a calm thing. It's a bit more chilled out. The idea of just kind of sitting on a pier or on a bank somewhere in the middle of nowhere with just some good music and just passing the time with I'd rather do it with somebody than on my own, I think. Spending time outside but actually doing something, not just walking, but actually doing something. I don't really like eating fish. I don't really like seafood at all, which makes it quite ironic, so I'd probably just throw them back. So that's okay with me. Obviously I'm still quite young, so I've got a bit of time to add some things to my bucket list, but if you've got any ideas or suggestions of your own, or that you think will kind of match up with some of the things on my list, I'd love to hear them. Also, if you genuinely thought that the world was going to end today, and maybe you're a little bit disappointed, then I'm sure there's space for you in the comments as well. Bye! Also, this is the last video that I'll be doing before Christmas, obviously, so have a great Christmas.